Good day, gappers. We're here looking for stock gaps or bust. Today we're going to talk about AT&T. Let's jump right in. First off, some news. They just spun off Warner Brothers Discovery, making it a simpler story to understand. Thank goodness. Can you say Verizon? AT&T going back to its roots, possibly? I will tell you, analysts are out there trying to be the first to say what direction the stock's going to take. Um, Questioning, is it still recession proof? And if institutions are going to be buying this dude up. I think the biggest driver, though, is the whole growth story, which the market's been hooked on like crack for a few years now. To the moon, algos and such, for growth stocks to be exact. I don't see AT&T being one of those. So it's going to be hard to fill some of these gaps that I'm about to show you. As you can see on this 2-year chart, there are some long existing gaps up in the 30s. The low one at 22.5 was just filled due to the spin-off gap down. That's this one right here. Like, see this gapped up the day after this day it was red. That created a hole. That shot a line over here. It has not been touched by any other candle. That means that gap has not been filled. An example, here's a hole. It came down. There's a candle it ran into, filled. There's a hole here. Take the line to the right. That one has not been filled. Get the gist of gaps? Okay, let's back out. So looking at the history of AT&T, a lot of red lines here, a lot of gaps have formed. I'm just going to zone in here, September to July of 2020. His gap here ran across and got ran into over here. This gap here, this gap up here got hit. This is the interesting one up here at 39 something. See that hole right here? Hole, gap. If you shoot that over to the right, that is our long, tall gap to fill. Are we going to get there? Probably not anytime soon. You have other gap fills that need to take place. That one got run into. This one's open. All these got run into. This one's open, and there's one at the bottom. So what we need to see this one touch 22.35. That's when we load the boat and we wait for the stock to go sideways and form a base and continue up to fill the first gap at 25 and fill the next one at 28 or 29-ish. And the next one will be 31 and so forth. I do like this right here. This is what I want to see. A steady sideways, range bound type of situation going on. Why? Because as you can see here, gaps get formed, right? I can easily play those based on what's going on with the MCAD, RSI, and stochastic. For example, you have this dude right here. We were going low. We're oversold down here at the bottom. RSI is in the middle. MCAD's trying to find some footing, right? Something happening on these lines, maybe some earnings release, news, or something. We see a breakaway right here between the blue and the yellow. We have gap ups that are created. RSI goes up, stochastic shot up, and the stop price went up. Okay. Good trend lines, good breakaways. They're not just straight up, right? Which gives you some strength to buy and expect it to climb. It climbed up all the way here. As you can see, MCAD got hot. RSI was touching hot. Stochastic was already at the top. Good time, good indicator to sell that, right? Well, when it dropped, it created another gap, which is what I want to see. Stock price comes back down to earth, goes sideways, goes sideways, goes sideways. So you between this whole time period, you're getting their dividend, thus dollar cost averaging down, and other gaps are being created. And it came back up here and filled. RSI got super hot here. Stochastic was really hot, and you had your blue above yellow line here. That's a great time to sell. Why? Because it's overheated. All the technicals tell you that. The one technical that told me to is when the gap filled. See how it jumped up here to go fill it? And then they sold it off, came right back down. Now let's look at today's world. This gap here at 2246, what I was saying it was going to hit, right? Needs to come down and hit it. Well, guess what? The news, the spinoff, bam. We're down here at 18. This gap has been filled, but was created another gap. So this line now is going to have a line to the right. If I can draw it correctly. This stop price has to come up here. And then it also has to come up here to 25-ish, 24.96, whatever that is. I would like to see a step up there. I don't want to see something like an opposite of this red candle, a big green to go close it. I don't want to see that. I want to see a good fundamental stock pattern to go gradually up there and close that gap. Now, if you look over here, you can see the RSI is super oversold, stochastic's going down, CAD's going down, RSI's down, everything's down, right? Just because of the spinoff. We need to see a direction to the right. We need some predictability. I want the gaps to fill. I know they're going to fill. AT&T is a strong company, been around forever. Just like Verizon, they're gonna not go anywhere. The population keeps growing. Kids need phones. People live on phones. AT&T is not going anywhere. I'm glad they're a much simpler company now, but they're not going to go anywhere. So I think they're going to fill those gaps. If this is your first time on the channel, you just got gaptized. If there's any stock you'd like me to look at, throw down in the comments. Now hit that subscribe button and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the socials. If you're interested in a digital marketing strategy, hit us up for that. Or if you just want to see cool videos and pictures of a classic hot rod truck, check us out for that. Peace.